Hi there, Stuart Walter, the Athlete's Secret Weapon for Elite Mindset Institute. And here we are again. It's slightly different. I realised when I did all these videos that number 9 was missing and 13, 14, 15, 16 somehow have disappeared off YouTube. So here we go again. I've even made it look the same with the same shirt. How cool is that? So let's get back to it. This is how to change your thoughts for awesome results. Think about this, how to change your thoughts for awesome results. So many people are trapped into this. They know what they need to do, but they don't know how to actually do it. And that's a problem that I've found with so much of this personal development. Everyone's telling you how to do it. They've all got the secret. They're all going to share it with you. But what they don't tell you is how to do it. They tell you that you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to set goals, you have to push through, you have to grind. But unfortunately, what happens, you get all motivation, but there's no action behind it. And each of these fundamentals, each of these 16 fundamentals will add to the other ones. So it'll give you a good understanding of who you are as a person and what other people are doing around you. Which comes to the fundamental number 9 today, which is like attracts like. Now that's been thrown out there for many, many years, like attracts like. But you've got to look at this and understand, why does like attract like? Why do we attract certain people? Why do we connect to certain people? Why do other people repel us? And then what happens is you might think you're in this group, this really tight circle of friends and colleagues and family and sporting teams. So you think you're in this, then all of a sudden someone changes. If you change, then what happens here to this environment? What happens to you? How does the environment then respond to you growing? And it's very well known and scientifically proven that people don't like change. People like to be supported. They like to be in this little environment that they're in. So if one person does grow, these other people have the ability and the potential, and we've all seen it, bang, attack this person, try and bring them back into this group. Who do they think they are? What do they think they're doing? They can't do that. They should be back here. And so many people will go and grab these people and pull them back into the normal. Same with relationships. So you look at this, like attracts like, who you were. So a lot of people, including myself, have been through a marriage before it and separated. Why is that? At the time we connected. At the time we're in a very similar like attracts like situation. But over a period of time, one or both of us began to change. And then you've got this and go, hang on, I'm around like-minded people. Why aren't I getting that support here? I'm now over here growing myself and personally and professionally. Why is this now becoming and this big rubber band? Because that's what it's like. It's like this rubber band that stretches. Okay, and the more you stretch it, the more you stretch it, the more pressure is going to be on it. The more pressure that's on it, two things happen. The only way to ease the pressure is to do this. So you've got to look at who these people are, or what this experience is around you, and all of a sudden you're trying to get yourself away and getting pulled back into it. Or you just keep pushing until something breaks. It might be you. It might be physical. It might be emotional. It might be relationships. It might be teams. Something might have to break. But when you do it slowly, there's a lot of resistance there. So like attracts like on the level of really energy. So this is not working on a vibration type of thing. This is purely knowing that when you feel comfortable in a certain environment, that's kind of your environment. If you look at a team, and I've worked with so many teams, international teams, local teams in any number of sport, even corporate teams, what happens is you've got this group of people that are so well bonded because that's the whole intention, to create a team, building rapport. But it's amazing how many of these people never actually break out to go to the next level that they can actually achieve. Okay, we've got the NRL, National Rugby League, over here in Australia. Now, I've worked with a team several times. It's at this level. Okay, they're at the Queensland Cup side, who are the feeder club to the main NRL team. And it's amazing that every one of those team members on their day can quite easily step up. You ask them how many of themselves believe that they can do that. They're all too busy looking around and going, oh, I want to, but what would everyone else think? I actually gave them the example, and this is a very interesting example, a bit of a segue, a bit of a sideways movement. that I got them to all close your eyes and go, right, okay, that person on the right-hand side of you, fortunately, we're all sitting in a big circle. That person on the right-hand side of you, if you believe that they can play NRL at their best day, put that hand up. Now, this person on the left, if you believe when they're in the right headspace and they're playing really well, that they could step up quite easily to the NRL. Sure, no problem at all. So we've got 25 people in the squad, probably even 30 there. Everyone close their eyes and go, right, I count of 3. If you think the person on the right can play NRL, you put that hand up. If you think the person on that side can play, bang, put your hand up. Because people were too scared to be seen, to be driven, to be successful, to be wanting to step up because of what the others might think. So now with their eyes closed, it was quite simple, wasn't it? Okay, so eyes closed, bang. I went, right, keep your hands up, now open your eyes. And they all opened their eyes and looked around and went, whoa. Because this person on this side suddenly saw this person believed in them, that lifted them. This person on the left saw this person, went, ooh, maybe I can. What was interesting is also the person on the right and the person on the left had their hands up here. So it looked, so that was me. I'll be going, wow, this person believes in me, that person believes in me, maybe I can actually do this. And it was fascinating to see that amongst a group of like-minded people, that no one was willing to put their hand up and say, yeah, I can get to that level. When other people were asked, do you think this person can? Most hands went up. I'd say 85, probably even 95% of the hands went up. So you've got to look at this and then look like-minded people. How many people are fighting to be average because they don't want to upset people? But you're okay to upset yourself? What's going on here? So think about like-minded people. Think about little groups of people, especially these days with, I know it's probably going to cause a few comments, but what females are doing to themselves, getting everything lifted and injected and faked and expanded. Now what happens, you go, and I do it many times, go for coffee meetings with athletes, with people, with coaches, and you see them. You see a whole table of women looking exactly the same. You never see someone who's different within that group. Isn't that interesting? If you look at the musicians, if you look at rap artists, okay, they all try to be so individual, but in being so individual, they've all got their own look. They've all got their own uniform that says, I am a rapper. If you look at country singers, it's exactly the same. You look at the environmentalists these days, the eco-warriors, okay, they all dress the same, look the same, act the same, become the same because they want to be the same. It also goes for negative people, okay? Negative loves negative, just like positive loves positive. When you're in a group, think about it now. Think about the 5 people that you're closest to right now, okay? Think about it, okay? So many books that are written about you are the sum or the average of the 5 people you hang around most. You think about those people. If you don't have a nice thing to say about them, what are they saying about you? What are you saying to yourself? So when you go out, this is where it is interesting because it's a matter of pushing yourself into a new environment, a new group. And when change does happen, you can see why with some of these other fundamentals, we're talking about the fear of leaving this tight-knit community goes out here. Okay, because the fear of moving out, but then there's a fear of connecting to another group. But there's also the fear of what if they reject me? It's incredible. Okay, so the person we choose to be, think about that, because the person you are now has attracted these 5 people. With all the work that we're doing, so if we're looking at the target process as an example, okay, we've spoken about this before. Motivation only happens when you have direction. When you have one single focal point, all your vision goes towards that. So here is like attracts like. When you start treating and communicating and talking like the ultimate version of yourself, it's correct in saying that these 5 people that you hang around most are going to start shifting, correct? They may come with you, they may not. This is a call you have to make now to say, am I willing to grow into this next group? You're going to find there's going to be people that you look up to now, and guess what? You think, wow, that'd be awesome to be with them. And then what? What happens when you're up there? Then all of a sudden you realise, hang on, you've got greater growth within you. What's it like when these people you look up to suddenly start trying to pull you back down to their level. What are you then going to do? So this is a fascinating understanding of the people. What we're doing now by understanding the fundamentals, you'll understand that the reason why most people hold back is fear. But if you knew what this was like, if you knew the life you could create and how you could do it, start becoming this person. You'll start attracting these people at this level. It is incredible. And when I first started my business, I knew I'm going to be working with some of the finest athletes in the world, traveling and walking and talking and becoming friends with some of the greatest athletes in the world. And I have. And what's incredible about that is the perception. I just go, oh, I'll just give this person a call. And people go, you can't do, you know who you're talking to? I go, yeah, okay, they're friends. I work with them. They allow me, they open up. Some of the friends and connections I've got over the years, like whatever country, whatever sport, whatever event I want to go to, I can guarantee I can go to someone's house and stay there because of the connection. Like attracts like. So this is not about me going, right, I've got to fake my way into this. It's about me becoming the ultimate version of me to get into this new group. So when I treat myself as a world champion, when I put myself as number one, when I work through all these fundamentals and I give the energy to myself and constant growth, okay, like-minded people, that's what athletes are doing. That's the elite in business, which is why I connect so well to them. So think about the person you're going to be. Think about who you're going to be in 3 years, 4 years' time. Okay, think about where you were 10 years ago. Think about the friendships that you had 10 years ago, because I've grown up with some incredible people. Some friendships I've had to cut because people cross the line. Other friendships that, one of my mates I used to, well, basically we grew up together, we lived together, we worked together. I haven't seen him in 8 months, 10 months, and we saw them on the weekend. It's just like, bang, old friends again. But it's not in my continuous circle of growth and of influence. So you're going to find the same thing when you start shifting, when you start changing. As soon as you make a decision to go, this is where I'm going to go. This is where the fear of leaving a group of people is going to come back. When you say to people, this is what I'm going to do. And this is a great exercise. And this is in the How to Change Your Thoughts for Awesome Results ebook. Okay. Your exercise for this experience is to define your goals and tell people what you're going to do. And just listen to them. Listen to their response. Watch their response. Anyone above 80% of your potential and where you want to go, they're going to lift you. Okay, so the top 20% of people are going to lift you, motivate you, inspire you, support you, motivate you. Anyone under 80% of that level, they're going to try and pull you back down to their level to make themselves feel better. Okay, it's not that we don't like successful people, we just don't like people we know being successful. So don't be surprised if people try and pull you back down, the ones that are around you now. And if they're the ones you hang around most, it probably says that that's what you're doing to yourself and that's what you're doing to other people as well. Okay, so your experience, your exercise this week is, or this week, this day, whatever you're doing, define your goals, share it with people and just see how they react. If they say, that is awesome, go for it, you've got our full support, they'll be around for years to come. If they say, don't be so stupid, that'll never happen, why are you dreaming so big, just go get a job, stop, cut, poof, gone. Because it's got to be ruthless. Because if you want success, because the mind doesn't want you to have success, it's not going to push you. It's not going to allow you to push you physically, emotionally, financially with every decision. Your brain wants to hold you back and stay within a community. Feel a sense of support and love and trust in a community. By making the call to go somewhere else, it's big. So I'll leave you with this one for now and we'll catch up with all the other videos very shortly. Take care.